This is the plaintiff, Jacobo Gutierrez. He says the defendants are his next-door neighbors and they snoop on him. That's right. They cut little holes in their common fence so they can spy on him and see what he's doing. These crazy people think he's a terrorist, which he isn't. And he's here in the name of justice, seeking the $5,000 he needs for wall repairs and pain and suffering. These are the defendants, Scott and Deanna. Scott says there are cracks in the wall due to the mortar shifting, and some of it has fallen out. The wall has cracked due to natural causes. They both work all day. The plaintiff's home all day, and all he does is think of ways to harass them. They're accused of being nosy neighbors.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Jacobo Gutierrez, you are suing, you want to be referred to only as Scott and Diana? Deanna. For $5,000 in damage to your wall and pain and suffering because according to you, they are spying on you. Tell me about it.
Okay. Let me start from the beginning. Okay. When I first moved in to that property, it's a $500,000 property, and I was thinking that I have the American dream. But when they treated me like as if I'm a criminal, and because—
How would they treat you as though you were
When I was walking, jogging on the street, Diana was the one who chased me with her dog.
Chased you with your her dog, how?
Yeah, threatening me with her dog.
How did she threaten you?
Well, she was following me, until I get to my home.
Was the dog on a leash?
Yes.
Did the dog ever bite you?
No.
Did the dog ever touch you?
No.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, and he was just scaring me.
Okay.
And one time, he was about to jump on me.
He who, the dog or the husband?
And then—
You're pointing to the husband. He,
yeah,
the dog?
The dog was about to jump on me.
On a different occasion?
Different occasion, and Scott kind of yelled at Diana. And then I heard Diana said, "You told me to scare him." And then also—
Do you have any idea why they don't like you?
Because I'm different. I'm Filipino and new in that area.
At some point during your time there, you've been there how long? Since what year?
13 years.
And you've been there how long?
19 years.
All right, so at some point there is a decision made for each of you to go in on building a cinder block wall.
Yes.
In between your two houses. Is it actually on your property, or on the property line? Does anybody know?
Property line.
Property line. And so you pay some and you pay some. And what you're here about is some damage to that wall. Tell me about that and why it is that they should pay.
He tried to take out the take out the concrete from the wall, and I patched it up. And then after that, he did it again. And now that's why we're here now.
Okay.
And
why do you think he's are you talking about the mortar, the cement,
the
cement part in between all the blocks?
Yes.
The mortar. So according to you, he took out some mortar. What would be the purpose of that?
Well, he was trying to spy on me. I don't know if that's
what do you have going on in your backyard that's so interesting?
There's nothing in there in my backyard to see.
Okay, so there's mortar missing, and you believe that he or she have deliberately knocked the mortar out to be able to watch
because I saw him was trying to do it to the wall, and I saw the—
Wait, you saw him doing it?
I heard him, and I saw him in that location.
Did you video that?
No, I did
not.
It was, and then I saw the what he used to cut the concrete. That was the chainsaw blade that he used.
Oh, that'd be a tough thing to use to get inside
I have pictures
a little
of whatever that side of his and my side.
Okay, let's take a look at that. These are your pictures, right?
Yeah.
Whose side is that?
That's my side.
Okay.
The ugly side.
Almost all of the mortar appears to be missing. There's some cracks. There's 2 cracks in the cinder blocks.
I think all
Why don't you just stick some more mortar in there?
I did that before. And
why don't you do it again?
He did it again. But the thing is, it's you damage the integrity of the wall. So if it—
Right, but okay, so what evidence do you have that he has deliberately, personally or at his instruction, removed mortar in order to spy on you? Because that's really what you're saying.
That's when, after what he did,
because like, look at the bottom.
say,
you see the very bottom one? What's he going to do? Get on his belly to spy on you on that one? Isn't it far more likely that there's just been kind of a little shift in the ground? And this happens a lot where you have to repair mortar.
Diane said that when that happened, he said, he yelled at me through the window. He said, "You're not supposed to cover that up." He doesn't like me to be in that neighborhood.
Okay, what's going on, folks? What's going on?
First of all, the pictures that you're looking at are from our side of the wall.
So did he walk over to do that?
No, that's our property.
Oh,
all
these
the
are your
pictures that you
pictures?
look
Hold
at,
on one second.
These are our pictures.
You are correct. I've been looking at your pictures. Hold on one moment. Do you have photos for me to look at?
Yes.
Let me see the photos from your side. What's going on with the mortar?
So the wall settled. It happened, we live in California, but it happened within the first year after the wall was built.
Which was when?
In 2014.
Okay.
Later that year in 2014, he sent us a letter from an attorney threatening to sue us for damage to the wall and for negligence.
For hiring, because you guys are the ones who picked the contractor.
That's incorrect. We picked them together. We both.
Yeah, but that was his accusation.
That was his accusation.
Because of
correct.
poor workmanship, because it was cracking. There was no, you're making holes to spy on me because you think I'm a terrorist. That stuff wasn't said at that point.
Correct.
All right.
So with that said, we responded to that with a letter from our attorney, at which point that action was dropped, and we never heard anything further about that.
And then, do you people see each other when you're walking in and out? And
yeah, we walk
you just
the dog
ignore each
every
other?
night.
Nobody says hello
We haven't
or good
spoken
morning?
for over 4 years.
Were you chasing him with the dog?
I was
Because he's a
not.
Filipino?
No. I walk my dog every day. Everybody in the neighborhood knows me.
We live in an area that's called Little Manila. Ma'am,
That's the name of the area?
the area is known as Little Manila.
Okay.
So
Let me ask you a question. Why haven't you repaired the wall? Like, really, this is just a matter of somebody going there and sticking mortar in there, cleaning out the mortar that's there and putting new mortar in there. You don't have to dismantle the wall. It's not that big a deal. It happens. And you have to do that usually to maintain this kind of wall. So why haven't you guys fixed it?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. I don't understand this. Why is it that there's so many next-door neighbors just hate each other and don't get along? Why?
Jealousy? Competitiveness?
Oh my God, keeping up with the Joneses?
Yeah.
Keeping up with the Kardashians?
Yes.
Ah!
If they're on your property and you don't.
No, they're not even on your property. No. I'm just saying, why is it that there are so, I mean, sometimes like petty things trigger these enormous wars?
I think just constant loud noises over time.
Well, anybody? I mean, like, there's got to be something to unlock this.
They don't care to know each other.
Yeah.
I think back then, and different times in the U.S., people got to know each other. They got to know their neighbors.
Yeah.
We moved several times, and each time we move.
Can I just ask you something?
Sure.
We'll do this on A&E's biography, but I got to go.
Oh, sure.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
if we felt that he was a reasonable individual and would do so, we would be happy to split the cost of repairing that with a licensed contractor. The fact is, we haven't spoken.
Oh my gosh, if you go online and you put in repairing mortar in cinder block wall, there will be 5,000 tutorials. It is the easiest do-it-yourself thing. You don't need him. You don't need him to pay half. You can just do it. I don't know.
Probably should. We just have not at this point.
Yeah.
Didn't feel like
I mean, I would just to.
The structural integrity at this point, don't feel like the wall has come down or is in imminent danger of coming down. So we just haven't. But aesthetically, we probably should.
Are you handy?
Not particularly.
Are you handy? Do you ever do?
I patched it up myself, but he did it again.
Okay, how reasonable is that? Do you really think that he's sitting around with like a screwdriver and a hammer trying to knock out pieces to peek at you when one of the pieces that you are suggesting they knocked out to peek at you
because that was
is on the ground?
Yeah.
I mean, it's low and on the ground. You see how that's like on the ground? Do you suspect that maybe somebody's on their belly looking at you?
Some of them were already like that.
Yeah, I know, but don't you think that living in California or anywhere, that it's far more likely that the ground's settled? I mean, that's more reasonable, you know? I think you are right that they don't like you. I mean, that's for sure. I don't think you're imagining that. But I also think that you're finding evil intent in things that are very mundane. I see this all the time. And I think that you are imagining this deliberate, weird, hole-making on their part, instead of looking at it and saying, wow, that sure looks like the land settled in that particular point, because it's exactly like this in that part. I mean, that's just, they're not looking at you. You're not that interesting. So based on what I'm looking at, I don't really see any evidence that there was deliberate damage to the wall. But unless you have some better, I'd suggest if you feel that there's some deliberate sabotaging going on, then you need to get the evidence of that. You can put your cameras on your house. You can do whatever you want to do. But imagining it is different from proving it. So there's nothing I've seen that proves what you're saying. If anything, the way that that stuff is missing shows to me that it's really some kind of settling. And I do see pieces of it still there. I think a lot of it's missing, which is kind of weird, but there's still plenty of pieces when you look in that are still there. Those need to be cleaned out, fresh mortar needs to be put in, and that's how you solve this case. But I am not going to order them to pay you $900 in damage to the wall, much less $4,100 in pain and suffering. Good luck to all of you.
So unfortunately for the plaintiff, he fails to get the judge to agree to give you a $5,000 judgment against your neighbors. What would they see if they were looking, really spying on you, looking through holes in the fence? What do you think they'd see you doing?
That beats me, because I don't know what he's thinking, what he wants to see, because that's their attitude.
Okay.
They're the white supremacist mentality. That's what they have. And they're prejudiced.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Well, I'm sorry for you, sir. Sorry you lost the case. You must sign some documents on your way out of the courtroom. Scott and Deanna are on their way out of the courtroom right now. What do you think about what he just said?
It's pretty interesting, considering we're both of ethnic background. It's just unbelievable that somebody would say that about us. So,
have you tried to talk to him? I mean,
he glares at us whenever we see him, and in fact, most of the time, if I go out to do some yard work or water, he'll see me and go back inside.
I guess the bottom line is, will it get worse now that you've been through this court procedure, do you think? Or
hopefully it's just going to be settled. We've lived there for 20 years and want to continue to enjoy our home.
Keep living. Okay,
sure.
Good enough. Well, congratulations.
Thank
you
you
very much.
Appreciate
okay,
it.
hope you guys can work it out. Harvey?
I mean, look, there's no invasion of privacy here, but just as an example, if there's a hole in the wall and somebody's taking pictures through that hole into your property, that's an invasion of privacy. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.